Hi, everybody. It's Robert here. I hope everybody's well. I wanted to introduce you to a fabulous online bridge platform, great for playing, great for practicing. We are all using it in our Thursday's tourney, but there's an immense number of possibility to just play, just practice, just watch and learn. I could see during the classes held by Mick and Steve, and also during the two evenings at the club, that you seem to have enjoyed our game. It's a beautiful game, and also playing with some of you and watching and supporting all of you led me to believe that you will be all becoming quite good players. All it takes is, of course, like with everything else in a learning curve, quite a bit of practice. The platform is called BridgeBase Online or BridgeBase or BBO, easy to find on the web. It's bridgebase.com basically. That's the starting screen. I am, of course, a member. By the way, membership is absolutely free unless you want to go for a premium membership, which I do not recommend. There's no point to it. And most of the features are, of course, free as well. So no cost involved, just your time and getting online. Um, this is the starting screen. I am a member. I will just log in. However, if you do want to become a member, you need just an email address, and then you can register just here and start playing. So let's log in. One thing that is maybe important to you to mention, of course, you are now in the process of learning the bidding system, very popular in the UK, called ACOL. It is popular almost exclusively in the UK. The rest of the world plays what is used to be called Standard American Yellow Club or five card majors, and is not now evolved into a system called 2/1, which I won't get into. BridgeBase or BBO does offer a daily tournament of 8 boards played with robots. Where the bidding system is ACOL. It is obviously at a more advanced stage in comparison to what you're currently on. However, I think even so, if you just follow the bids and see the explanations, which I'll show to you later, it will become fairly easily understandable. So looking at the tourney, it refreshes every day. Like I said, it's 8 boards. It's playing with robots, which is important to know because that means you can take all the time in the world. You can think of every move, think of every hand, think of every bid. You can even interrupt the tourney, leave it after a couple of boards, and get back to it later. From the starting screen, once logged in, you'd have to go into competitive. I'm afraid my BBO interface is in German. It's, of course, you can select English from your menu. So go on competitive, then select the free tournaments over here to the left. And then you will find somewhere near the top free ACOL individual day-long tournament. And it says it's free. So let's get into it. It says 8 boards, best hand. I'll explain the concept of best hand and start playing. As you can see, my hand is south. I am in south. The rest are robots. If it decides to start. Strange. Let's try it again. Here we go. So, robot, 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 and yours truly, Robert, at the bottom in the south position. Now, let me explain about the best hand concept, which is unique to BBO. It actually means that your hand will contain the highest or equal highest number of high card points. Only high card points are taken into consideration. So what you do know and this is an information which is not really related to real life bridge, but it's good for practice, is that nobody else on the table, that's both opponents or your partner, will have more high card points in their hand than you have. In this instance, if I start as you would usually do with starting the points, we will see that we've got 7 in spades, 5 in hearts, that's 12, 3 in clubs, that's 17, none in diamonds, that's 17 altogether. And we know that nobody else has more than 17. There can be one hand with 17, of course. I will go through the bidding, which is very clearly displayed. North was dealer, they've passed my partner. East opened a Acol 1-0 trump, which is 12 to 14. If you click on the actual bid in the center of the screen on the bidding box, an information box will pop up and it will show exactly what that hand, what kind of hand that bid describes. So it's a balanced hand. It has two or more 2+ clubs, 2 or more diamonds, 2+ hearts, 2+ spades, and 12 to 14 high card points. Now, be mindful, it can be a hand with more than one double tone, as opposed to what you've been currently taught. Furthermore, I will use the full system of the robots bidding. In this instance, I will make a bid that you're probably not yet familiar with. If you feel that it's too detailed or not at your current level of knowledge of the Acol bidding system, just feel free to skip the bidding and, well, scroll straight to the hand play, and we'll get into the bidding as and when you reach that moment of knowledge of information. So with my hand over a weak no trump opener in Acol, or for that matter in almost any natural bidding system, holding a 17 cards hand, 17 points hand, you would double for penalties, meaning that you are showing a strong hand, especially sat over or behind the 1-0 trump opener, and you believe that you can win 7 or more tricks, thus setting the contract. So that's what I'll do. I'll double. My partner chooses to pass, which means my partner also believes that with our hands combined, we can take 1-0 trump down. And it's rare that we defend, given that we have the best hand at the table, but as it starts, it's with a defensive hand. So what to lead? In the card play, be it as declarer or as defender, I will try and explain every step of my thought process when I make a decision on what to play and explain the reasons why I made that decision. Now, of course, I may be completely wrong. I may be taking the most stupid decisions in the world, and I may get a very poor result, but that is not the point. The point is to bring across how I think, the logic of the hand, how I try and piece together the puzzle, which is a bridge hand, and try and get the best outcome. We're leading against a no trump contract, meaning that we would lead from our best suit. Best in these terms means the longest, which in our case is obviously spades. We've got 5 spades, ace, king, 5, 4, 2. And because partner has passed, being happy to play 1-0 trump doubled, thinking that our hands will be able to hold the declarer to 6 or fewer tricks, they may hold some cards too, as it says, 6 to 11 high card points. So we have 17. The opener has 12 to 14. That means between myself and the opener, there are 29 to 31 points. So my partner can have a maximum of 9 There's 40 altogether. So they have between 6 and 9 points. West is likely to have nothing, or possibly a couple of points, 2 points, like a queen or 2 jacks, or a queen and a jack, nothing more than that. So I decide to lead a spade. I will lead my 4th highest in spades, even though I do hold the ace and the king. The spade suit is likely for either West or East to have 3 cards to the queen or 4 cards to the jack. So leading ace and king will set up their honor, be it queen or jack, as a winner anyway. What I am trying to do is give them a trick at the very beginning. They can win it with whatever card, queen, jack, 10. But then my hope is that by then, when I win a trick and get on lead again, by cashing ace and king, all their spade cards will drop, and then my next 2 spades will be winners as well. So let's see what happens. 4 of spades. One important aspect, you can, before you play your card in the next trick, you can click on this diagram here showing the tricks won so far, and it will bring up the last trick played if it's too fast for you. So I led the 4, declarer won in dummy with the queen. My partner played the jack. B is jack in German. I'm sorry for this. I'll try and change it to English next time. Which they would not normally play, because jack is quite a high card, and it's just the first one below the queen. If they had a lower one, they would normally play the lower one. That tells me already that my partner had only the jack in spades. Dummy had 4 spades, queen, 10, 9, 7. I had 5, that's 8. My partner was likely to have only the jack, that's 9. Sorry, I had 5, declarer 4, dummy 4, that's 9. My partner 10, so East has 3 spades, very likely. That means once I get to the lead, on the lead again, I will win ace and king and play another spade, which they will then win with the 10, and my 5th spades will become good. So declarer now has chosen to play the queen of diamonds from dummy. I have nothing in that suit. I just follow suit and let them carry on. Dummy had 6 points, surprisingly. Declarer must have had at least 12. That's 18 with 17, so my partner has about 5 points. They have a lot of diamonds by the looks of it. I need to find some discards. I do not want to discard my spades because they are my hope of taking tricks later. I do not want to discard any of the king or queen of hearts, because if I discard, let's say, the queen, if declarer then plays the ace, my king will drop and the jack will become a winner. Obviously, I do not want to discard any high clubs, so I will go with a club. They will win a lot of tricks. My partner has only followed 2 times to diamonds. Dummy had 4, I had 2, that's 9 altogether, so East must have had 5, which they will now play. I will discard now. I have no choice but to discard spades. They win the ace of hearts. So let's recap a little bit. Declarer has shown up with ace king of diamonds, 7 points. Ace of hearts, 11 points. So they have either 1 or 2 or 3 extra points in other suits. Which can those be? They cannot have the queen and jack of spades because we've seen those. They cannot have the jack of hearts because that's there. They can only have points in clubs because we've seen all other cards. They cannot have both the king and the queen because that would give them 5 plus the 11 we've already seen. That's 16, and that's more than they showed with their opening bid of one no trump, 12 to 14 points. So they can have at best queen or king, but not both of clubs. In spades, remember, we had 5 spades. There were 4 in dummy. Our partner had 1, which gives East 3. They played 1, and this is now led as a spade from the remaining 2. If I win now the ace and the king of spades, even though the 10 will become a winner, because queen and jack have gone as well, East will have no more spades to be able to play a spade and win with the 10. So I will win my spades. My partner has played a club, which potentially shows interest in clubs. Now I will not play my 6 of spades because that will be a winner for declarer in dummy. I will not play my king of hearts because that will make the jack a winner. My only hope is that my partner has clubs, and remember, East cannot have both king and queen of clubs. So I hope either both or at least one of them is with my partner. If declarer has king of clubs, I have no option, because if I play the ace, they will play a low club, and then the king will become a winner. If I play on either the jack or the 9, the king will win because I have the ace. Let's count a little bit. East has had 5 diamonds. They have played 5 rounds of diamonds. They had 3 spades, that's 8 cards. They had at least 1 heart. We've seen the ace. So they could have quite a few clubs. Which my hope is that my partner will be able to win the king of clubs. So let's try the ace. And maybe I will play the jack. Hopefully my partner will be able to overtake with king or queen, and then declarer will have no more clubs. No, they had the king. So we've lost this hand, basically. They made one no trump doubled. My partner had only 3 points, as opposed to the 6 to 11 they were promising. The tournament now automatically moves to the second board. I will stop here, and if you find this useful, do let us know, and I will record more hands playing one by one. This is actually a poor result, 38.2%. Thanks a lot. Try it out. Maybe one tip for you: if you want to try it out by yourself and then watch the video. Have a lovely evening.